Do you ever have those days where you really don't want to put on a lot of makeup or anything, but you just have some things in your skin that stand out and bother you, and you just want to make those disappear? Okay, that's how I'm feeling. And I feel like I'm not alone. I'm sure you feel that way too. This is Color Science Makeup, where you just put color on color to filter away things and add color to add dimension. If you know anything about the color wheel and color theory or anything like that, if you ever took art, you are light years. I mean, light years ahead of where I was when this product came out, and I had to get certified as a Demi artist so I could help you. So I have studied it, I did get certified, and I'm obsessed with it. We're basically looking for excess color. So right here in this area, it looks dirty, right? Kind of like a muddy look to it. That tells me there's an excess of green. I know it sounds crazy, but it works. I'm going to take red. This is a neutral red, that's all it is. And if you saw this on the website, it would say NR for neutral red. And I'm going to warm up by putting the opposite color, red, on green. Now when you look here, doesn't that look good? And all I did was take a neutral red and just go around. That's it. It doesn't even look like makeup. It doesn't even have makeup texture. Okay, I'm going to deal with filtering in a little bit. We're just going to add color first, because when you add color, then you don't notice the little things that bother you as much. That's the point. You do not want to take everything away from your face. Again, right in this area, see how it looks like mud? It just looks like this dirty spot. That's green, and that's all you have to remember. Muddy, green. That's it. That's all you have to know. And I'm going to put a couple colors. First, I'm going to put a neutral red -1 first, because in these areas I have some sunspots. Those I'll filter out. This is the NR -1. It's still a neutral red, but it's less pigmented than the regular neutral red. And putting that on there just disguises those sunspots in that area because they're green. This is a form of a red, and it just got rid of it. But I want to add a little bit of the neutral red to kind of define that sculpt now that I've neutralized that spot. So you can see how that just gives a little bit more definition. This is my favorite part. It's called toning. It's like blush, but almost like blush and bronzer rolled into one. And I love this. It's RO5, red, orange, number 5. So the level of it is a 5, so it has a lot of color to it. And I'm just going to start adding some warmth to my face, which will hide more distractions, so I'm not focused on those so much when it comes time to filter things out. On my neck, I really just mixed the neutral red and the RO5, the red orange. I just kind of mixed them. I used one, then I used the other, and just kind of made my own color so that it matches my face. I have large pores. Do you have large pores? What I love about Demi is I'm adding a little bit of that toning color, and it's not accentuating pores because it doesn't have that kind of consistency. And I added more color, which got rid of more distractions. So if you have large pores, you will be obsessed with it. Right here, see that purple? It's a little bit of vibrancy. That's how you know it has purple. It is dark, so it does have some blue in it. It's not as prominent as some days. So some days it's more dark, and I will use this color, which is OY1. It's darker. This is YO1, which is a little bit lighter. So the Y gets rid of the purple, which is the yellow in it. And then the orange in it helps the darkness, which is blue. Anything that you see on your skin that's dark, and I mean dark, like darker than your skin tone, like this sunspot here, things that stand out that are dark, they have to have blue in them. It's the darkest color in the color wheel. But look at how I just put a little bit of a yellow orange, and it just brightened that whole inner corner. Just looks night and day with the smallest amount of product. Okay, I'm going to move right here. Right in here, there's a couple of spots. You'd be surprised. What you think is dark under your eye is usually just a couple of little sunspots or freckles. And that's what can make your whole under eye look dark. But see how I took that one away and it brightened up everything around it. Notice how I'm just touching color on color to filter something away. Look how just touching those couple spots, look how it's just flowing. I did some here, but only a couple dots there, but it's just brightening up as I go. And then this little patch here is kind of that muddy color. I'm going to take a little bit of a red and just pat right there. Now look, it's continuing to get brighter. And then this outer edge, I'm going to use that Y01 again because it looks vibrant. So I know it's purple out there, and that Y01, yellow orange one, just got rid of it. And you see that spot? See how it looks like a dirty spot? That's how you know it's green. But it's kind of dark, so you know it has to have some blue. And I'm going to use this red, orange, RO, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And there you go. That spot is gone. I hardly have anything under my eye because most of it's my skin. I just filtered out the distractions. And as I did that, everything just started to blend with the skin around it. I went ahead and did this eye just for the sake of time. All right, this is darker than anything in my face. Gotta have blue. Looks dirty, has to have green. It's darker than even that spot that was under there. And for that one, I used RO1. This time I'm going to use an RO3. It's a level 3, so it's darker, because if I put something too light on something too dark, then it's just going to create a new color. Okay, look, what? And then next to it is this little spot that is vibrant, so I'm putting a yellow on it. Okay, and then this spot is also purpley, so I'm putting a yellow on that. There you go. The fastest way to do it is the way I just showed you. Doing the toning, the sculpting, and then go back and look for the things that really stand out. You know what's funny about teaching Demi? I woke up and I had this little pimple. I'm like, yes, I wanted to teach Demi today. I know, it's crazy. But I can show you because this is real life. So I have this, look at how it looks red. But we know it's not fire engine bright red. It's got to be a purple. And it's dark, so I'm using the yellow orange, the yellow to get rid of the purple, the orange to get rid of the blue in it, and I'm just touching the spot. Bye-bye pimple, it's gone. Okay, I do have some light sunspots here. Normally I wouldn't even worry about that today, but just to show you, see how it looks kind of like a purple in it? I'm using the Y01. I switched brushes. This is the bright brush. It's a little bigger, a little fluffier. And I'm just, it's like you're erasing, not covering. So try to pretend like you're erasing something and see how that just went away. This one though is a different color. It's more muddy. We know it has to have more green and blue. It's muddy, so it's green. It's a little dark, so it's blue. We need a red and an orange to filter out. That's the opposite of the color wheel right there. I'm going to take the fluffy little brush, a little bit of that RO1, and barely touch just that green blue spot. I went ahead and did no sculpt off camera, and I will teach that a different day, but I'm going to address two more things that I think are really common. One, this bag line. I think most of us have that, right? And some sunspots. And then that's it for today. And then if you want to watch again, I will make more videos for you. But as far as this bag line, it is dark and muddy, green and blue. You can see it. The red will cancel out the green, and the orange will cancel out the blue. And I'm just being really mindful to stay only on that color. Anywhere I see that line, I'm going to tap this on. I just realized I have dog hair all over me. Don't judge. Okay, now I'm going to do those sunspots, but real quick I'm going to show you how you can just brighten up this green-blue area with just patting a little bit of R01, which is a lighter version of what I just used on that bag line, but just to brighten up, so quick and easy. All right, on these spots here, 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 they have a little bit of that purple to them. So I am going to use Y01, which gets rid of the blue and the purple, and I'm using the bright brush. And we're gonna do that. Is that wild? Do this little one. When I just watched that back, I noticed that little pimple on my forehead. I hadn't blended the Demi in, so you could see it. Now I fixed it. So it's kind of hard to do in your phone versus like really looking in a mirror. Okay, so now I'm going to do these, same color, Y01, like you're erasing, not like you're covering. You'll be so soft with the product and watch it disappear versus creating new colors. These might be harder to see on camera, but you'll notice how it'll start cleaning up that sculpt line when I do this. Because they're kind of right at the edge. Let's see how it's cleaning that up. There's a little bit right here. And I'm so soft on my skin and barely have product on this brush at all. That's my arch nemesis right there. Okay, it's very dark. Definitely has blue, looks dirty, definitely has green. Hopefully seeing this over and over again will help you recognize things in your skin that are darker. You know that has blue, and if it looks muddy, it has green. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two colors, these two darker, R03 and OR3. On the darkest point of it up here, see how it's two different colors. The top of it's darker than the bottom. On the top, I'm using the orange red 3. It's a darker version. It's got orange and red, which gets the blue and green. Okay, so I got that. I'm just going to softly pat it and then go to the next color for the bottom part. And then on this part, the bottom part, a little bit of R03. And there you go. I really hope this was helpful for you to see it in action, to see the colors I used, to see how little I used, how I took color and created color where it needed it, but then I took away color where I didn't want to see that distraction. And if this looks like something that fascinates you or you want to learn more about it, please reach out to me. I'm so happy to get you started. You can get just a few colors to do under eyes or just to spot treat acne. You can start wherever you want, so just reach out.